Tobin's with us in Washington. Hi, Tobin. How are you?
Hi, doing good. You?
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
Wow, what an honor to speak with you. Hey, so I've got a question, and my question is related towards credit cards. My wife tends to disagree with me when I keep preaching to her that credit cards aren't appropriate, and she believes that they are. And I can't explain them to her because the math formula is not posted, and there isn't a math formula for it, so I can't even explain the math. So I'm kind of curious how to explain somehow in math and telling her that the credit card to generate a credit score is pointless because of the amount of money that it costs you. And she seems to think that credit cards to build a credit score won't cost you anything if you pay it off every month.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, here's the thing you can do, okay? Lay down two $100 bills in front of you and lay down a piece of plastic, a credit card in front of you. When you do that in your mind right now, you can see it in your mind, can't you? I can see it. I can see it in my head right now when I did that, okay? I can picture that. Those two $100 bills are more emotional than that piece of plastic. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
And what happens is, and there's tons of research that shows this, that when you spend cash, that laying down a $100 bill at dinner, laying down a $100 bill at the grocery store, laying down a $200 at the electronics store, or whatever it is, to buy a shirt, I don't care what it is. When you lay down cash, it activates the pain centers of your brain. And people who spend plastic have a tendency to spend a good deal more than you do with cash for that reason, because you don't feel it when you spend. On an average purchase, it's 12 to 28% more that you'll spend. So, and that's the average purchase. Now, the more expensive the item is, the more you have a tendency, or the less you have a tendency to overspend. The cheaper the item is, the more you, let me give you an example. If you put a vending machine in a hotel lobby and it takes credit cards, it increases the sales on the vending machine if it takes credit cards. Credit card users spend 178% more. So they buy a Coke and a chips, right? They double their purchases, buy a Coke, a chips, and a candy bar. Or they buy one for somebody standing there with them because they're using their credit card. You don't feel it. Now, you know, when you're buying something super expensive, you know, you're spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, it won't apply. It won't be as big a percentage, but you still don't register the expenditure, and you have a tendency to buy things you wouldn't buy and to spend more, particularly when you're doing a Target run, a Walmart run, a Costco, a Sam's run. You're going to spend more when you use plastic than when you use real money. And so, you know, that's the math part of it. Now, the other thing is this. It's kind of a ludicrous idea to say, I want to go into debt. Why? So that I can get the opportunity to go into debt. Said no wealthy person ever.
Yes. What about homes though? And that's the only reason why.
Did you know you don't have to have a credit score to get a home?
Well, she's saying it limits your opportunities to get home.
No, it doesn't. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
So where can I find information to kind of assist in that area?
Churchill Mortgage, our advertiser, will show you how to get a home with absolutely no credit score if you have a 0 credit score. And you can get a mortgage. You can get a mortgage that is exactly the same interest rate as if you have a 700 credit score. It's called manual underwriting. They actually have to check out and see that you have a job and that you have the money for the down payment, and they have to do a little bit more work, but they can get you that mortgage, and that's one of the reasons we endorse them. Now, some mortgage companies don't know how to do that, but that can be done. And so this is mythology. The truth is that she has other reasons for wanting to use the credit card. It gives her freedom from having to report to you and be accountable. It gives her freedom to buy things on impulse that she doesn't have to think about, and she doesn't like the restrictions or the boundaries of putting together an actual plan and sticking to it. That's the real reason, but all of these other things are intellectual rationalizations.
Well, we do pretty good on our budget. We haven't broke our budget, and we actually are out of debt. We have no debt.
That's good.
We have our emergency fund, and we're saving for our baby right now.
Good. That's awesome. I'm glad. But the typical millionaire does not run around saying, I hope I can build up airline miles. That's not, I mean, I've met with millionaires for all my life, and I coach them all the time, and multimillionaires, and they don't say, Dave, I made all my money with my air miles. I hope my credit score is good. They don't worry about their credit score. They just buy things, and that's how they became millionaires. They didn't get sucked into these other people's game.
Hey, you guys, Rachel Cruz here. Hope you are enjoying the Dave Ramsey Show. And did you know that I have my very own YouTube channel? Yes, that's right. It's kind of better than the Dave Ramsey channel. Don't tell them I said that. I'm kidding. So subscribe, and there's lots of videos about life and money. So while you're at it, if you want to check out a video, then you can check out how to do a monthly budget. It's one of the best videos out there.